All right. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I know we're just now getting people on here, so I'm going to talk for a second and let some people hop on here. As I say every week, drop a comment and say hello so that I know you're here and I can say hi to you. And we'll give it, I'm a little bit early today, so I'll give it just a minute or so so people can hop on and um, and then we'll get started. In the meantime, though, I see my Reese's Pieces there. I'm gonna have me some Reese's Pieces in the meantime. Fun fact: this is one of my favorite candies. If you're ever wondering, like, man, I have all these Reese's Pieces and I don't know what to do with them, give them to me. That is an awesome option. Awesome option that I will definitely use. So, um, as I said a moment ago, drop a comment, let me know you're watching, say hello, and here in a minute or two, I will have an update for you regarding Wednesday night activities and what things are looking like going forward. So, it is 6:30, so I'm going to go for it. So, okay, cool. Here's the deal. One, I hope things are going well. Drop me a comment. Let me know how school's going because I know several of you have started back. Do you like going to school more? Do you like the virtual option that you got going on better? Do you like your teachers? What's it like being in a school that's separated and all this? What types of things is your school doing? I just want to hear about it. Know that I am praying for you guys. I'm praying for the teachers every single day. I cannot imagine doing what you guys are doing. You're tough, and I pray that the Lord continues to strengthen you and give you wisdom as you navigate one of the strangest things we've ever had to do as a society, as a world. And yeah, so let me know how that's going in the comments. Tell me what your school week is like as we are here on Wednesday. Some of you, I guess, haven't even been back yet. You haven't been back in person. I guess some of you will be starting back tomorrow, and so I'm praying for you for your first day. So yeah. Anyways, I hope that's going well. Now, as far as Wednesday nights go, here is the plan. As with anything in the era of COVID-19 and the coronavirus and social distancing and all those things, this plan is subject to change if things were to develop between now and September the 2nd. That's the day, September the 2nd. September the 2nd, Wednesday night services are going to start back up again. That's for adults and kids. Alive students, if you are a rising sixth grader who just started sixth grade, technically you could go there now if you wanted to. But Alive is already going. That's actually happening on campus right now. Hey, James and Miss Lorena, I hope you guys are well. Anyways, September 2nd, things are starting back up. Now, with that, though, and I know I'm a toddler parent, so believe me, this stresses me and my wife out too. I get it. But just out of an abundance of caution for our teachers who teach the kids and the ability to keep little ones at a social distance and cross-contamination, all those good things, we're not opening back up for preschool and below yet. We're going to give that just a little bit more time. We're taking it one step at a time, one day at a time. But that we are going to roll that out as soon as we feel safe and comfortable. We're going to get some feedback from some of the teachers and that sort of thing. So, but for elementary school students, that's K through 5. And as far as impact goes, that's not rainbows, but I guess it's daisies and your ranger kids and up. Those will start back on September the 2nd. Now, here's the thing. We're going to have a couple options. One, we do have some teachers who have some family members who are still at a great risk, and just for the safety of their family and a way to love them well, we are going to give them the option about whether or not they want to teach in a room with a group. There are some teachers who say, I want to teach, I'm excited to get back, but I don't feel like it's safe for my family because this relative has a sickness that makes things harder for them should they catch COVID-19. So if if you're a group teacher, whether it's Prims, Daisies, Stars, Ranger Kids, or Discovery Rangers, whatever that is, if your teacher says, I'm not comfortable in person right now, we will have a place available here at the church for you to join in on like a group Zoom call, so that you can still do them virtually, but still be here at the church, still have some fun and games before and after, because those calls won't last the whole time. But there will be a place for your child and for you in person, whether it's in a group, like a classroom that has some social distancing measures in place, or whether it's like a group Zoom option. That said, the goal is for every teacher to have a Zoom option. So even if a teacher says, I feel comfortable, I feel safe, I want to teach in the room with kids, we want you to have the option, and we want you to feel safe. And so if you're not ready to send your kid back to a group, we will have a Zoom hookup even for classes that are meeting in person. So the goal is, one way or another, whether you feel better keeping your kid at home, or whether you feel better or you feel like you're ready to send your kid back, we want to accommodate that and make that an option in a safe place. And so don't forget, though, if you're doing Rangers and Impact, that you need to sign up. I'll drop that link in the comments. Even if you've done Rangers and Impact before, if you were in a class before we took the break that we're in, if you were in them, we still want you to sign up. There's a form for that. I'll drop that in the comments in just a few moments. So that said, I know that was a lot of talking, but there's a lot of information and a lot of change going on right now. So thank you for bearing with me on that. So I am going to drop that link. If you have any questions, you can drop those in the comments. After our recap video, I'll come back and answer any of the questions that come in the comments, or you can send them as a message if you'd rather. We'll do that afterwards. Now, I just dropped those links there. You should see those popping up momentarily. That said, we are going to take a look at the life of Paul today, as we have been already. And your ponder point is, God calls us to a life with Him. You will see in the life of Paul, once he became a Christian, it was not a life of following rules and having to do certain things and acting a certain way. Paul's life following God was an absolute adventure. It involves a shipwreck, a snake bite, getting called all sorts of places, time in jail. It was an incredible, incredible journey. And I promise you that when you follow God, when God calls you to a life with Him, it will never be a life that is boring, but that He has so much more for you than you could ever ask or imagine. And so have fun watching this video. It recaps what we talked about Sunday. A continual reminder, we are back in person Sunday mornings at 10:30. Check-in is touchless, and the check-in opens 15 minutes before service starts. So that being said, I will be back at the end of this video to answer any questions that may come in. And excuse me, I love you guys and enjoy.
The Bible is full of mystery and adventure, supernatural happenings, epic voyages, and all kinds of strange food. I've been fascinated by these stories since childhood, so I decided to become a BI, Bible investigator. My big break came when I stumbled onto the BLARF, the Biblical Attitude Ultimate Resonance Fluctuator. It's a time machine, disguised as a cardboard box that can transport me back to biblical times, to investigate mysteries and adventures right when they happen. I've had a few adventures in my day. I had just returned to my office from comparing battle stories with King David when my next escapade knocked on my door. Little did I know my biggest adventure was ahead of me.
Yoo-hoo! Bixby, it's me!
Babysitting.
Sally, fantastic to see you, and how are you?
Actually, I can't talk right now. In fact, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. See, I have an audition, and my nephew Jason, he doesn't really want to go. In fact, he doesn't really want to do anything. So I was wondering if he could stay here with you for a few hours.
Actually, I have a case right on a case.
Thank you so much. You are a doll. Jason, I will be back in a jiff.
Sally, Jason, is it?
Sorry, I don't have a lot of things here for young boys. Do you like to read history books? I could juggle. History books. You know, I know what'll excite you. We could take a little time travel trip back to biblical times. Maybe we could visit ancient Rome and, see the ruins before they're, ruined. Look, I know that Rome is in ancient Italy. Maybe we could grab some pizza there or something.
Okay, fine. Let's go get a pizza.
That's the spirit, Jason. Now, go grab those goggles and we'll step into the blurf.
The blurf? Isn't that just a cardboard box?
Don't be deceived by its appearance. The blurf, or the Biblical Latitude Ultimate Resonance Fluctuator, is a highly advanced technical machine. I use it to travel back into Bible times. And, as I've made some recent upgrades, you may be the first passenger to the Blurf 2.0. It's on the... Hopefully it works, all right? I don't know.
Sounds pretty boring. Can we just skip the whole time travel part and just go get a pizza?
No, my boy. You're mistaken. We're traveling back to the big God story. A story about person after person who chooses the life of adventure that God calls them to. So, what do you think?
Okay, fine. Let's go.
As you say, put on the goggles and step into the blurf. Maybe I just need to make some more new adjustments.
What's going on?
Nothing. Jason, you're gonna need to hold on to something very sturdy. I think we're in for a bumpy landing. Jason? Jason!
Mr. Bixby, are you okay? It's me.
Where are you?
I think we crash landed. We're on the beach somewhere.
Oh no. No.
What is it?
Jason, I don't want to alarm you, but I think we're blurf wrecked.
Blurf wrecked? Where in the world are we?
Well, I'm not so much afraid as where, but when. Here, let me check the blurf and see how much damage she's taken. Oh, no. Maybe if I bring her out in the sun to try a little bit. Now, if I just look at the angle of the sun, then I can figure out what century we're in.
I think we have visitors.
Halt! Who goes there? Hello, I'm Theodore Bixby, and this is my associate Jason. I'm afraid we've been shipwrecked. Shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked. Where do you hail from? Are you citizens of Rome?
We're from America.
I've never heard of it.
Really, it's very far away. You have no idea. Don't worry, we won't harm you or anything. Can you just tell us where we are?
Theo!
Paul! Theo! Whoa! Oh, small world!
Yeah!
Woo!
Shipwrecked?
Yeah!
So are we. We just asked some natives where we are. We're on this island called Malta. Yeah, we're trying to figure everything out. You're more than welcome to join us.
Shipwrecked on Malta.
That's right.
Jason, we're in luck. I know exactly where we are. In Acts 27, Paul is shipwrecked on Malta on his way going to Rome.
There's a shipwreck in the Bible?
Yes, when people obey God's commands, there's no telling what adventures they'll be on. Thanks, we would love to join forces.
Okay. We've got to go get some wood before the sun sets. Say we're gonna be back about 4 fingers or so. Why don't you guys just come with us?
Sure.
why are you handcuffed to that guy?
Well, you see, I'm a follower of the way, a believer of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. He came to me in a vision, and I went from someone who punished us. We are on our way to my trial in Rome.
And how did you get shipwrecked?
Well, we left a little too late in the year to have a good journey the entire way. We were good for the first few legs of our trip, but as soon as we hit Fair Havens, man, I told everyone we should have stayed there for the winter, but somebody told us that we should keep going.
Okay, all right, Paul. You're right. Soon as we started, huge northeastern storm just completely devastates our boat. Cargo's flying off. Our food was completely gone. We were soaking wet and freezing cold the entire time.
Now, God said he would not let anyone on that ship die. And I believed him. Now, a couple of guys, they tried to hop into the lifeboat, but I cut it loose and let it sail away. And they were forced to stay on our boat.
And eventually, like you said, we landed on the shore of Malta, and everyone that we've met, all the natives, they seem really hospitable, which is really, really good because we're probably going to have to survive the winter here.
Wow.
Whoa, that's pretty crazy. Definitely not boring.
Oh, we're going to need a lot more wood than this.
Yep.
So, Paul, you're saying that this Jesus guy died and then actually came back to life.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You see, Jesus defeated death once and for all.
It's a viper! Get it off! Get it off, it's a viper!
That was a Maltesian rock viper.
You're gonna die!
Well, if God really wants me to make it to Rome, not even a Maltesian rock viper can stop me.
That was pretty epic. I guess I never realized Bible stories were like action movies.
What's a Bible? What are movies?
Those are just words from the country that we're from. Jason, maybe we should go repair the blurf so we can ship so that we can leave tomorrow morning. Boy, what I wouldn't give for my tools right now. Jason, what do you have in your hand?
What? This? Well, I thought it was cool. I was gonna give it back.
Jason, my boy! I usually don't like people taking my stuff, but you just took the one tool that would help me fix the blurf. The blurf recombobulator. Well, let's go home! Oh, hallelujah. We made it back. Oh, God.
Well, I gotta say, Mr. Bixby, that was pretty cool. Did Paul ever make it back to Rome?
Grab the Bible and turn to Acts 28 to find out what happened to Paul after we left him.
Well, it says here that he spent the winter on Malta and then made it back to Rome, where he was a prisoner of his own home for, 2 years.
He made the most of it, every minute of it. Every person that went through his house heard about God's salvation through Jesus.
Well, I gotta say, Mr. Bixby, the Bible's way more exciting than I thought it would be. But why would Paul want to follow Jesus if it meant being in prison and shipwrecked all the time?
Well, Jason, that's the thing. When you decide to follow Jesus, everything changes. When you find your identity totally in Jesus, it doesn't matter what happens to you. You're free to live the life of adventure that God calls you to. For Paul, that meant talking about Jesus every opportunity he had, even if it got him in trouble. It just meant that every conversation was a chance to talk about it. When he was in prison, he would talk to his guards about Jesus. When he was shipwrecked, he would talk to his passengers about Jesus. He even had plans to talk to Caesar about it. Caesar was a hard man to get to.
That's pretty cool. I'll have to check out more of these stories. Although, we never did get that pizza. Now I'm kind of hungry.
Yoo-hoo! I'm back! Oh, Jason, thank goodness you're here. I thought he might have left you in ancient Egypt or something.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, no biggie. We just got blurf-wrecked in ancient Italy.
Oh, how lovely. Blurf-wrecked? Blurf-wrecked? What did you? How could you? When did you? You know what? I don't even want to know. I brought you some pizza because I thought he might forget to feed you.
Oh, here you go.
You know what? Just keep it. Read more stories, and if you find any more adventures, then you can always come back here and we could step into the blurf.
Sounds good, and hey, thanks for the adventure.
Oh, all right. Tell me everything. Might as well find out sooner than later.
So we were riding in the blurf, correct? And we crashed, blurf wrecked, as he said earlier. And then we saw Centurion, and then we saw Paul, and then all
You met Paul without me?
Yeah, I was looking for pizza.
Okay, well, I didn't have any questions come in regarding Rangers or Impact. If those questions do arise, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is my name, Jared, Jared, at GastoniaFirst.org, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever works best for you. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm praying for you this week, and I just pray that the Lord uses this and stretches you and makes you stronger, and we will be on the other side of it someday. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope to see you Sunday morning at 10:30. We have an excellent service plan. It's going to be a lot of fun, and